Hello. Hello, hello. Sorry, I realized I had no chocolate milk and I was like, shit, I must get drink. I also don't have much water on me either, so I needed especially chocolate milk to get me through today. Hello everyone, how are we doing? Hello, oh my goodness. Hello Moth, hello Mare, hello Ivanovich, hello Sanic, hello Atare. If I'm missing anybody, hello Atho. How we doing? Let me just open up my thingamajig, make sure there we go. We're all good to go. Hello everyone. How are we doing today? I'm doing... That's a very good question. I am doing okay. It's... Hello, G Charizard. I'm dueling? What do you mean by that? Moth brings exciting news, please tell. And Evangelist has made your second pixel art. Congratulations. Me, I had a weird weekend. I did a lot of sleeping, and I think that made me feel really just off. And then there was also a rat in the house last night, and we don't know where it's gone. We don't know if it's left or if it is still in here. So that's concerning. So we may have a rat. We may also not have a rat. It was Yu-Gi-Oh! Nice. Tomorrow morning, Moth is assisting in hosting a murder mystery thingy for the first time. Hell yeah, I love that for you. Currently middle of that quiz you sent in Question Zone. Ooh, let me know what you got from it. It's a very, very cool quiz. Yu-Gi-Oh! Yeah. Gee, Charizard's a Yu-Gi-Oh! Player now, I guess. Yu-Gi-Oh! Fan. I feel like we've been a bad influence on G Charizard. We've gotten G Charizard into a bunch of different card games and things. I'm tired, but I also know if I don't get this haircut now, I'm gonna begrudge to the last day I can get it before work. Fair enough. Yeah, get that haircut. How much are you getting off? Is it just a trim, or... I made that choice, I just love cardboard. Fair enough. But I feel like we may have influenced you to love the cardboard more. Or at least talk about it more. I fired an anti-tank missile point blank at my feet and lived. Hello? Now, Atho, what do you mean by that? I like the gender having a ponytail gives me. That's cool. I can understand that. Also, I feel like it's still too hot to have short hair. Like, people say, oh, when it comes to summer, you should cut your hair short. And I think the exact opposite. Keep your hair long in summer so that you can tie it up and then cut it in winter. 'Cause, like... Oh, I'm gonna sneeze. Excuse me. Oh, it was Helldivers 2? Got it. I need to play that. I've heard very good things. I think I have a couple of friends that play now. Words. Yeah. Cutting your hair in the summer, at least the way that I cut my hair short, like my PNG tuber, has the haircut that I usually, like whenever I cut my hair, I usually cut it to about this length, maybe a little shorter, maybe a little longer. But because of that, I can't tie it up, which makes it horrible in summer, because then it sticks to my neck and gets all sweaty and icky. So it's a better haircut to have in the colder months, so that in the warmer months you can actually tie stuff up and get it out of your face and get it away from you. Bless you, thank you. Thank you, thank you, thank you. Gonna finalize the TCG presentation in a few days. Nice. Nice. I'm excited to see. I'm excited to see. Speaking of seeing things, shall we look at what you've all got for me today in show and tell? Oh my gosh, Ivanovish. Let me open this Discord capture. Let me open this Discord capture. Look at this. It's Kermit. It's Kermit. Hey, Cass, how you doing? That is a beautiful sunset, Ivanovish. And those rocks? Like, that's so well done. Like, the Kermit is good, but somehow, like, the standout is the real scenery to me. Like, the colors are so nice and the details, the shadows are so well done. The rocks were the hardest part. Well, you've done them justice, I think. You've done them justice. This isn't me, but this is a weasel that I saw on Blue Sky by someone called Yellow Jello. Look at my baby. Look at my son. I love my boy. Took me like 2 hours just to get how to make it. Well, I admire your dedication. I admire your dedication. All right, and then let me switch to the next one. Cause Sanic Fan had a couple of things. A Sega Game Gear. Oh! Wait, I love this one. Oh, of course I love this one. Of course I love this one. We're all mystery lovers down here. Chat, of course I'm gonna love the film noir detective vibes. With the release of The Muppet Show return this week, Kermit was the perfect choice. Oh, the Muppets are coming back? That's cool. That's cool. I don't think I was ever much of a Muppets person as a kid. I just don't think it was aired much where I lived, or I didn't watch it much. I think the most load-bearing thing about the Muppets that's in my brain is, the one time Kermit was on The Masked Singer. Have you guys seen that clip where they reveal the who's, like, there's a snail costume in The Masked Singer and they're like, who is that? We have no idea who it is. And then it's Kermit. Okay, I need to show you guys this. Used to watch that show religiously. I used to watch the Australian version, but I think it got cancelled. I think not enough people liked it, which fair enough. Australia doesn't really have enough celebrities. We barely have enough celebrities to do all the celebrity shit that we already do. We have I'm a Celebrity, Get Me Out of Here. We have Taskmaster. We have, we get celebrities on Survivor sometimes. We have Celebrity MasterChef sometimes. We have Guy Montgomery's Guy Mont Spelling Bee. We have there's others, but I can't think of them. New Zealand Masked Singer lasted a season. Oh, that's so funny. There's a show that parodied the Muppets called The 31 Minutos. Sorry if I said that wrong. All right, let me check this. Kermit the Masked Singer. Where's the... Okay. Let me pull this up. Oh, you can hear this. Let's see. Oh, they don't even do, like, the... Oh. Okay, it's just this clip at the start. Let me pull it up. It's from Chile. Ooh. Here's the one. So, they've got this snail, right? They've got this giant snail costume, and everyone thinks, like, what the fuck could the snail be? Like, what could the snail be?
What's going on?
Who is it?
I'm really confused.
Is there a body inside there?
Ah! There's something in there!
Uh-oh. What?
This is like my favorite clip of all time. It's so funny to me. He's even got a tiny little microphone and everything. Also, why is this guy... Okay, first of all, why is this guy on this show? Is he not... He's not a singer, though. Is he? Like, Robin Thicke, they're saying, is there. Jenny McCarthy, I don't even know who that is. This... Is that a Pussycat doll? He's a popular comedian, but why are there comedians on The Masked Singer? Why are there comedians on The Masked Singer? I say that, but Australia's judging panel was so much worse. Australia's judging panel was, who was it? It was a comedian. It was Dave Hughes. Well, not judges. The guesses, I guess. There was a comedian. There was Kylie Minogue's sister. Well, Danny Minogue. She is also famous, but, like, not as. We had Abby Chatfield. And then we'd have, like, an international judge for some reason, even though they wouldn't know absolutely anybody because they don't live in Australia. And our first guest judge was Lindsay Lohan. And our second guest judge was Mel B from the Spice Girls. It's so... I don't get it. Hey Arcane, welcome in. How you doing today? Recently Miss Piggy was at a Sabrina Carpenter concert. I did see that. What am I saying? I saw a lot of tweets about it because they were like, one thing that's unfortunate about the Muppets is that there's such a big height difference between the Muppets and the human beings that it's hard to fit them in the same camera shot. However, Sabrina Carpenter is so incredibly short. She's like less than 5 foot, I think, or she's 5 foot on the dot. That like that single-handedly solves the problem. And I think they should get short people. They should get little people on the Muppets to solve the height difference problem. Isn't Ken Jeong a dentist? I don't think so. I'm taller than Sabrina Carpenter. How tall is Sabrina Carpenter? She's so short. Listen, even height is even in one of the top things here. How tall are you? She's no. Oh, this poor girl. She's 4'11" and 3/4. Oh, you poor thing. You're 1/4 of an inch off 5 foot. That's wild. He's a doctor? Okay. The 3/4 matter, I scream as they drag me into the padded room. I don't know what my height is in centimeters, so I couldn't get it in feet. I mean, the 5'4" or 5'5". So, like, I'm not big. I'm not... She's younger than me. Not by much. Not by much. By, like, 12? 13 days? But, oh, that makes me feel... Why are you this famous and you're my age? How tall are you, Arcane, is my question. That height difference can be seen as far back as the original Muppet Show back in the 70s, so whoever said that has a good point. Yeah, I think there were a few different tweets that pointed it out. They were like, there's a good thing. There's a good reason. Ah! He was... Oh, that's the wrong button. That's the right button. This was Ivanovich's inspiration behind the picture. That's very good. I think you did Kermit justice. You're 5'2" and 3/4. No, the 3/4 do count. Because, like, at that point, you can't really say you're 5'2", because, like, you're closer to 5'3" than 5'2". Like, I get it. Like, if you were 5'2" and 1/4, the quarter doesn't matter because you're still closer to 5'2" than 5'3". But 3/4 changes it. Is that from a Muppet movie or from a Muppet fan? I couldn't tell you. I am not a Muppet expert at all. I don't know. I know Piggy and I know Kermit, and that is my knowledge of the Muppets. I thought that Sesame Street and the Muppets were like the same thing, or at least very directly affiliated with each other, until I was about 13. So I could not give you any answers on that. It's a Muppets fan video. Kermit was on Sesame Street. The thing is, when I was growing up, I didn't watch a lot of Sesame Street. I watched a lot of Elmo's World. There's a difference. I'm at average height, but at work there's the top of a shelf that's exactly at eye level with me, so I never notice it's dusty. Oh no! They're both Jim Henson puppets. Okay. I don't know who Jim Henson is, but I guess he's the guy that invented it all. And Big Bird from Sesame Street made a cameo on the first Muppet movie. Okay. Am I hallucinating this? Or... From what I've heard... Isn't Big Bird different colors in different places? Yeah, Big Bird changes depending on the country. Okay, I thought that might have been like a hoax I saw on Tumblr or something. You know how Tumblr made up that whole fake movie Goncharov? Like, I was thinking, like, is this a thing like Goncharov? No, Big Bird is like... Big Bird has different... Why did that autocorrect as... Yeah, Big Bird has different colors depending on where he is. I think Canada has the same Big Bird as the US, and I think Australia has the same Big Bird as well. Australia's Big Bird was yellow. So, I guess it changes depending on the language. I'm thinking more than anything else. So, like, in English-speaking countries, he would be yellow, but in Mexico, Abelardo. Sorry if I pronounced that wrong. He's from Mexico. Mexico's a Spanish-speaking country, right? Oh, I'm so bad at geography. This is not a good thing I should be doing. And here's the Turkish Big Bird, and there was a blue one. Yeah. Oh my, they're talking about this on Tumblr. This is inspired by the Tumblr post that has realized this. Yeah, the Dutch Big Bird is blue. They're all different colors. Yeah, and it is different cousins. I like the blue one. Oh, and here's an orange one from Portugal. I like the white around his eyes. Tell me you've seen Labyrinth? No, but I want to. Because I like David Bowie. Oh, and there's a little bird. Oh. He may look scary. I'm glad I'm not the only one who thought that. He's a little, I don't know, that just looks like a beak that has pecked something, you know? Pecked out an eye. Oh, what are you? Green claws? I hate him. Why is... Okay, so everyone has different nightmare. Nightmare. That beak looks like it smokes a pack a day. Yeah, this guy absolutely has, like, the vocal fry of smoking a pack a day for 20 years, you know? You're killing me? I'm sorry! My media knowledge is not that great unless it's the media that, like, I know, or it's Australian. I'm pretty good with Australian media. I have a friend that lives under a rock when it comes to Australian media, which is wild because they watch so many Australian TV shows and they'll be like, I don't know who this is. I don't know who this is. And I just want to smack my forehead every time they say that. Gotta learn somehow, give yourself some grace. I think the thing that's interesting is that I don't know if this is the same for everybody else, but growing up, for me, geography classes in high school were not about where places were. They were not about, oh, you go there, this country is here, this country is here, this country is here. I think the closest thing we learned about that was like, it takes 100 Japans to fill the space of one Australia, something like that. But a geography focused more on, like, we learned about things like the environment and how environments change over time and different effects on, like, population and population growth. Like I learned about, like, how Australia has an aging population, and I saw the chart on that. And you would learn about, like, environmental factors. It was a lot about the general environment over, where places are in the world. That being said, I didn't do geography, I think. I stopped doing geography as soon as I could, I think. They would give us empty maps and we would have to fill in the names of the countries in the map. Yeah, we never did that. And also, yes, hello, Little Roth, how are you doing today? Yeah. So, that being said, I feel like I'm definitely better at some people when it comes to geography. Like, have you ever seen those videos of that guy who goes on, like, Omegle or whatever Omegle is these days, because I think Omegle shut down, that he would, like, ask people a basic geography question and they just wouldn't know the answer. They'd be like, name a country in Europe. And they'd be like, Alaska? Which, like, first of all, Alaska's not a country. Second of all, not in Europe. Like, getting so much wrong. Like, I know about the 7 continents. I know about them. I know what is in them, aroundabouts. There's probably a few things I'm rusty about. We learned about the history of the Earth and continents and stuff. Yeah! Like, tectonic plates and volcanoes and mountains. We learned a lot more about, like, the forms of nature and stuff like that, and how nature works, and then also kind of just how society works in some ways. Like, I specifically remember us learning about how Australia has an aging population, because I have a very... Let's see if I can find the chart. Let's see if I can find, like, what I saw in, like, what the chart looked like. It looked like this. It looked like this. I remember seeing something like that. So yeah, like Australia does have, oh geez, Australia has an aging population because there was that boom in having children around here, and now it started to go down again, and because obviously because of societal factors and medical factors and, you know, just quality of life factors, people are living for longer. There's going to be, this bump is just going to keep on rising, and it's probably not going to go down that much. So it's just interesting. Yeah, something like this. But we didn't have this. Oh, it's a GIF. Oh, cool. I did not expect it to be a GIF. Remember learning that New Zealand has many volcanoes? Yeah, because you're on a fault line. Australia's really lucky because we're in the middle of a tectonic plate. So we get very little in terms of, like, what's the word? We get little in terms of, like, volcanoes, and we also don't get earthquakes. We very, 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 very rarely get earthquakes, and they are not, and as far as I know, I don't think they're strong. Like, I've never felt an earthquake in my life, and Australia does not have a volcano on, like, the mainland. I don't like living with so many volcanoes. Well, come over! Cross the ditch, babes! I don't know why I called you babes. Congratulations, you're babes now. Should you be able to name one country in Europe? I can name more than one. Russia, France, Germany, Italy, Finland, Norway, Denmark, England, Wales, Ireland, Scotland, Belgium, Austria, Sweden, Switzerland. Is Russia Europe? Yes. Russia is Europe. The fact that there are people that literally can't. I know. The education system is just... It's so fucked. It's so fucked. Alright, do we want to play a word game? I finished the squares today, so... At least I think... No, Russia is out... You're making me doubt. Is Russia in Europe? Russia's Europe, right? Russia is Europe, right? From what it sounds like, it's at least partially Europe. Okay, it's both. It's both. Okay, we're all right. It both is and is not in Europe. From what it looks like, and considering how many cities are in this part right here, I'm assuming, like, the more populated part seems to be in Europe, and then the sparser part seems to be in Asia. Wow. Russia is worse with its cities than Australia is. Like, you're telling me they don't have a major city, like, anywhere over here? Like, at least on Australia, we have a major city on the coastline in, like, in the north, south, east, and west. How are they not learning the bare minimum? Teachers suck. they may have learning difficulties in general. They may not be good in school in general. You know, they may not fit into the education system, as most of Russia is uninhabitable because of cold. Yes, but see, most of Australia is uninhabitable because desert. But we still have, I think, a more evened out population than Russia. But yeah, it would probably be, I want, like, have they really explored all of this? Have they explored every nook and cranny? I'm thinking too hard. Also, Russia is about 5 times the size of Australia. So I get, yeah, it makes. Wait. I want to see what other countries are also multiple continents. Turkey is Europe and Asia, and its largest city is also European and Asian. Egypt is Africa and Asia. Kazakhstan is mostly Asia, little Europe. Azerbaijan is mostly Asia, kind of Europe. Georgia is both. Cyprus is both. France and the United Kingdom and the Netherlands and Denmark are all... and these four are colonizers. I love how you can tell the difference. Like, oh yeah, this one is just geographically in both continents. These ones have areas in other continents because they're colonizers. The biggest city is Moscow. I think so. Yeah. Well, it's at the very least the capital city. I don't know if it's the biggest city. It probably is the biggest city. The biggest city is usually the capital city, unless you're in Australia. Unless you're in Australia. Do you guys know? Do you guys know why Canberra is the capital of Australia? Here's a fun story. Oh, shit. Here's a fun story for the non-Australians. So, Canberra is... I don't know how to describe it. Canberra is a man-made city. And that sounds ridiculous because isn't every city a man-made city? That's the whole point of city. But, like, Canberra is super artificial when it comes to being a city. Because Melbourne and Sydney, and most other cities in Australia, were originally colonies that then grew into cities, while Canberra was... the space was picked out and chosen to be a city. And it was also picked out and chosen to be the capital city. Because Melbourne and Sydney both wanted to be the capital city, but they couldn't decide. Neither of them wanted to give up the idea of being the capital city. So they made a compromise. So I think Sydney was like, okay, how about neither of us be the capital city, but the city can be in New South Wales. The capital city can be in New South Wales, but really, really far from Sydney. No, I think Melbourne said that. Melbourne said it has to be at least 100 kilometers from Sydney, though, so it's not just Sydney to Electric Boogaloo. And that's how they made Canberra. Because Sydney and Melbourne couldn't decide which of them should be the capital city. So they were like, okay, let's just make a third city and make that the capital city instead. So that's how Canberra was born. And that's why it's the capital city. I love that story. It also has a fake lake. It has a man-made lake. I think that's why I said it's a man-made city, because it has a man-made lake. Because they planned out Canberra, like the main part of the city, like the streets of it. They planned it out all before building it, compared to like Sydney and Melbourne that were less planned. Sydney especially was not planned. So that's why the streets are fucked and everything's weird and it's all strange. But like Canberra is, like, design wise, it is lovely. All the way down to the fact that it has a fake lake. Yeah, I know I'm yapping. We're supposed to be getting better at helping children with learning disabilities, not worse. I think in some aspects we're getting better, but I think in some aspects we're also getting worse. I think it just depends on the country you're in, depends on the state, the city you're in, depends on the funding that the schools have. You know, like some schools probably cannot come up with different programs and have the money to train the teachers in new techniques and stuff like that. Like, it depends on so many things, and unfortunately it means that disabled people fall behind. The story of how Mexico City became a capital is interesting. How did it become the capital? What's up, Atho? Also, I did see what you said. I was just yapping too much about Canberra. Our economy in Alberta is so fucked. Oh no. Oh no, that's not good. That's not good. Actually, I'm not even gonna do a poll because words on stream is gonna take too long. So let's do a contexto. Let's do a contexto. I think the economy everywhere is kind of fucked, but Alberta, I don't know why Alberta is worse. I will admit. I couldn't even tell you where Alberta is. I feel like there are like 4 states in America. 5. There are like 5 states in America where I know where they are geographically. I know where New York is. I know where California is. I know where Alaska is. I know where Texas is. I know where Florida is. Like, I can pretty much point them out on a map. Oh, Hawaii, but like, that's a whole political minefield, isn't it? Hawaii shouldn't be a state of America, should it? Hawaii should have stayed its own thing. Okay, well, first of all, I didn't realize that Alberta was in Canada. So I'm sorry. That was my first mistake. With the USA of Canada, with all these plans being made, everything is being privatized now. That sucks. And a similar thing is happening in Ontario. Yay! I love that everyone's like, just leave America, you know? Leave America, go to Australia, go to England, go to Canada. Like, you think we're fine over here? I'm not saying we're not better, but like, we're all falling down where every country, at least that I know of, every Western country, every big Western power is sliding down that same slope of late-stage capitalism and right-wing people being Nazis and left-wing politicians actually being right-wing. And it's just the illusion of choice. New Zealand's still going through a living crisis, so we also have a cost of living crisis. It's great. This smile totally isn't fake. It became the capital when, I apologize in advance for my butchered pronunciation, Tenochtitlan fell and Spanish people settled there and called it New Spain. Now I want to look up how to pronounce that. I want to see. I want to hear it. Tell me, 5-year-old YouTube video. How do I pronounce this?
We are looking at how to pronounce the name of what was a large Mexica Altepeti in what is now the historic center of Mexico City.
Okay,
How
cool.
do you go about pronouncing it? Tenochtitlan.
Tenochtitlan. Tenochtitlan.
Tenochtitlan.
Clan?
Tenochtitlan, Mexico.
Tenochtitlan.
There are more videos on how to pronounce many useful words
Okay.
from Mexico.
Cool. I don't know how to pronounce. I got the CH sound wrong, but I was all right. It is Tlan? Okay, the way he says it, it sounds like a clan. Tenochtitlan. Cool. Housing is kind of okay here. Rent on average is around 1K for one bed. Sydney's terrible. Sydney's terrible. I see all these houses like near us going for like so much money, and it's like, what the fuck? What the fuck? How does anyone have this much? What the fuck? I'm sorry, I don't know if that picked up chat. What? Okay, I need... Sorry. I think someone had a speaker or something, like a really loud speaker, or maybe it was their car, like radio, their car speaker or something. But I just heard a duck quack, like really loud and reverberated. And not only was it a duck quack, it was my channel point reward duck quack. Like, it was that. I'm so perplexed. What just happened? I'm so terrified. Brownie, is that the word you want me to put in? It's bad. Let's do metal. Oh, metal's worse? What the heck? Frog and Pepper. We all suck. Such a strange thing to hear over a speaker, considering it's also one of my stream sound effects. I know it's a fairly common sound effect, but it's still just one of those things where I'm like, what the fuck? Why? What? Okay, it's a food. It's potentially a food. Let's go meat, vegetable, fruit. It's none of those. Optimism. I don't know if that's a food. It's not a food. Maybe like a meal. A meal? Maybe cooking. Maybe like a chef. Nope. How about breakfast? Dinner. Lunch. Brunch. Tea. Like afternoon tea. Supper. Dessert. Oh geez, you've given me a lot. Drink, pasta, wheat, kitchen, bread. None of those. How about like a main course? Or maybe like a restaurant? Or like a cafe? What's a good lunch thing? What's a thing you eat for lunch, chat? Like a sandwich? Okay, not a sandwich. Entree? I don't think many people have entrees at lunch. I think those are fairly dinner. A burger for lunch? Not a burger. Maybe a pizza? Pizza for lunch? Maybe a salad for lunch. Not a salad. I don't eat lunch. So, like, I don't know what people eat for lunch. Like, I don't eat a big meal for lunch. I have a big breakfast and I have a big dinner, but then I, like, snack throughout the rest of the day. A pie? No pies. Like a break? That's not how you spell break. How about like just to eat? To eat. To chew. To bite. To serve. Being 19 in Poland, you have to serve. Lunch, dinner, brunch, break, breakfast. Cheese, okay. Not cheese. How about like a fork, a knife, a spoon, just cutlery in general? Nope. A dine, to dine, diner. So close, but so far. Lunch, dinner, brunch, break, breakfast. I don't know what people eat for lunch. Like, I don't know. Meal, I've done meal. Meal's 292. Like like a snack. Not a snack. Nope, not time related. Unless, okay, it is time related. Afternoon. 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 Afternoon delight. Nope. Afternoon. Okay, well now we've completely changed our top 5. Afternoon, evening, night, day, lunch. Midnight? Well, now lunch is straight out of it. Okay, I think we stopped thinking about food now. Because we're on the time. Afternoon, evening, night, midnight, day. Morning? Moon, sun. Nap? Sleep. Neither of those. Afternoon. Rest? Like, what do you do in the afternoon? What do I do in the afternoon? I stream. Sunrise? I have already done sunset. Siesta? Nope. Afternoon. Play. School. Homework. I do my homework in the afternoon. Work. Afternoon, morning, evening, night, midnight. You tried just noon. Noon. Okay, noon is 1 higher. Okay, okay, midday's there. Noon. Noon. What's at noon? What happens at noon? High noon. You get high. Noon. I feel like just middle of the day. It's noon. Time, tried that. Time is actually what got us on this. Cass said clock, and then we started going on to time. 12? Because that's when noon is. Can't do 24, because that's 2 words. Noon, afternoon. Morning, evening, night. Do we want to do a hint? Maybe? I can't think of any other, like, times of day. They're not coming to me. So maybe we hint here? Real close, though. I'm doing it. Give me the hint. Oh, fuck me. Okay. It's Were all of the 7 words all the days of the week? They were. Nah. Oh. No. Sunday, Saturday, Tuesday. Why is Tuesday further away from Wednesday than Friday and Monday when Tuesday is the day before Wednesday? It's not even Wednesday. It's Monday. Why would you do the word Wednesday on a Monday? Brother in Christ. Ah! Sister in sin. I'm done. We have an ad running in a minute, so I'm gonna run that now while I open up Ace Attorney Investigations to save my soul. Please save my soul. Save me, Ace Attorney, save me. I call blasphemy on that one. Oh yeah. Me the fuck too, baby, don't you worry. I'm sorry, I keep calling Chatters baby. I need to stop that. I don't say it as like a pet name, I say it as like a figure of speech. But I fear I'm gonna say it at one point to the wrong person, and they're gonna get real weird about it when that's not what I meant. Alright. I love Ace Attorney. Prosecutor's Gambit. Let's go, baby. So what happened last week? I kind of miss... You know what I miss about AI the Somnium Files compared to, like, every other game I've played on the channel? The really, really nice thing about AI the Somnium Files is that when you clicked into it, they gave you, like, a previously on AI the Somnium Files, this happened. And I'm not gonna lie, I really appreciated that. I don't think I appreciated it at the time, but now as I'm playing other games, for example, Ace Attorney Investigations, I forget what happened last week. I don't 100% forget. Like, I remember what's happening? I don't think... Oh, Larry was there. Larry got accused of the murder. I think... someone else has been accused? I don't think Larry is the one they're going with, though. I think we fell into the trap of Gavel and Eustace. What else happened? My brain. It's not working. My brain. Oh yeah, Gusto! We found Gusto, like, near gas poisoned. Yes, okay, no, yes. That's how we found Larry as well. Larry went into a room, found Gusto poisoned in it, and I think then we searched that room, is what happened. And everyone's going, isn't it mighty mysterious that all of the people from the Frost case are now back? Because Delicia's here as well. She's still here. Oh, there are clues. Oh. Were they accusing Delicia of it? Is that what they decided happened? Yes, because Delicia's a pharmacist and she knows how to do poisons. So they were accusing Delicia of doing it. I still don't think it was Delicia, though. She's weird as hell. I don't think she's a murderer. Okay. That's what you missed on Glee. That took me so long. I miss you, AI the Somnium Files. Right. We're back in the Autumn Wing. They sure are taking their time. I thought this was supposed to be a 10-minute recess. Yeah, sorry, it took us a week to get here. Sorry, Kay, that's my bad. They took their time because I took my time. Sorry to keep you guys losers waiting. But wait no longer. I won the race to find Delisha Scorn, and here she is. Here comes my terrible voice. Hello, dear. This lovely young man said you wanted to speak to me. Fucking Mickey Mouse voice. Delisha Scon, purveyor of the most wondrous wares a pharmacist can offer, at your service. Delisha to my pals, and even Miss Delicious to some. You can call me the winner, and I'll call you whatever I want. That's inappropriate. All right, Winnie Pooh, whatever you say. It's lovely to meet you, dearie. So much for call me the winner. Oh, have we met before, young man? Get a load of this, Delisha. That's Miles Edgeworth, Gregory's son. Well, I never. It's a pleasure to meet you, Milesy Smiles. If you must address me by my given name, just Miles will do. Her nicknames remind me of the nicknames I used to give to tennis players that I really liked as a kid. Like, I was 11 years old and I was calling Djokovic Jockey Wocky. And I was calling Federer Feddy Weddy. And I was calling Rafa Nadal Raffadaffa. They were terrible. Potentially the most cringe part of my life. And there were a lot of cringe parts of my life, that's for sure. Oh ho ho! Greggy Peglegs boy! I'm all grown up too! Make me feel my age, why don't you? She hasn't aged a day. Like, I feel like Gusto has aged. Judy has aged, but Delisha? Is Delisha immortal? Is that her whole thing? Is she like Mercy from Overwatch where she's ageless? It's adorable, is it? I wouldn't call it adorable. I thought it was adorable at the time, but not anymore. Hey, Bob, happy Tuesday. I wonder just how old she is. Me and everyone else, man. Eustace, I believe we have some questions for our pharmacist. Oh yeah. What brings you to the gallery today, Miss Scone? Why, I came to see dear old Moody Judy, of course. We've been fast friends for 18 long years, and no one's going to stop me visiting her now. I understand that you helped look after Mr. Gusto in the immediate aftermath of the attack. Oh, I didn't do much, really. Just whipped up a quick antidote for the dear old doctor. Wow, you can make an antidote just like that? Oh, yes, dear. As long as I have the right ingredients, I can throw together just about any medicine you'd like. It certainly helped that the medical room was well equipped, though. Have I missed anything? No, we've basically just started. We were much better off treating him here than losing vital minutes taking him to hospital. Anyway, we did what we could. The rest, well, that's up to him. And do you know the victim, Miss Delicious? Oh, yes. Well, sort of. It's been 18 years since I last saw him. I made it on time to a stream? You did. The way that it works is basically for the first hour of my stream, I just talk. We play word games, we yap, but then in the next 2 hours, we get into the meat of it. Think that makes her more than just a pharmacist? Yeah, wow, she has incredible hair. Like, those are some incredibly tight curls. Sorry, I'm getting distracted. Apparently he's famous these days. One of the best confectioners in the world, or so they say. Interesting. So he's a well-known public figure. Oh yes, dear. He was on the news and everything. Confectionery crafting king of the world, they said. Wow. So the old dog really just went to Zhengfa and upped his game, just like he said he would. Gonna look while I watch Olympics replays, men's dual moguls. Oh. I don't know if you're gone yet, Mare, but the men's dual moguls was fucking wild. Like there was so, like, I saw the women's dual moguls, which was great because we got an Olympic gold from that. But the men's dual mogul, like the women's dual moguls was so chill, but there was something in the air at the men's dual moguls, and like everyone crashed. Like everyone crashed. Sorry, I probably shouldn't be giving you spoilers, but like, holy, everyone crashes. Oops, all crashes. I don't know what was wrong with the snow that day, but it was wild to see live. Perhaps we could proceed to the matter at hand, Miss Scone. Has anyone else been keeping up with the Olympics? Australia has had its absolute best Winter Olympics ever this year. Did they all make the wee bowling pin noises when they fell over? I wish. That would make it so much funnier. The crashes scare me a little. The moguls crashes are not that bad. Or at least they weren't. Like everyone who crashed or like slipped or whatever, they got up afterward. Meanwhile, I remember watching the women's alpines and like 2 of them had to be airlifted out. Now that's ridiculous. But everyone in the moguls was like able to get up and keep walking, or even finish the course after the crash. Are you familiar with a substance known as infesticide ultra? Okay. Sorry, I got a Steam DM from someone called Happy Halloween. And it's just the brown chicken emote from Stardew Valley. Beautiful. Is there an insane recovery after an almost crash? I saw someone, because the way that the men's dual moguls work is that 2 men do the course at the same time. One on one side and one on the other side. First of all, the blue side was so much worse than the red side. Like, it came to a point where almost every single race, the blue side crashed. But then there was a guy that, and also you're not allowed to ski onto the other side. Like, you either stay on the red side or you stay on the blue side. You can't swap sides when you're on the course. There was one where the guy on the red side was going so fast that he lost control, skied onto the blue side, nearly crashed into the guy who was on the blue side. They missed each other by inches. Oh, it was wild. And then Australia got a bronze medal. Yippee! As someone who is a pretty good skier, all I can say is that I'm so far off the level of any of these people. I have never skied in my life. I have snowboarded once, but I have never skied. Of course, dear. You use it to get rid of you-know-whats. Oh, it's awfully strong, though. That's why they don't sell it in the shops. Might I ask what you mean by you-know-whats? The little blighters that frighten the life out of poor innocent ladies like yours truly, that's what. I love the face she's making here with the puffy cheeks. Ghastly little creatures running around people's nice clean kitchens and terrorizing them. Oh, I get it. Those. Thank you, Miss Scone. One more question if you don't mind. Are you aware of what happens when the chemicals asphyxion and ubiquium are combined? Oh, yes. It's right there in the Infesticide Ultra instructions. Do not mix with products containing ubiquium. Ever. Because if you do, they react with each other and make a horrible poisonous gas. What was it again? Effects of inhalation include respiratory complications and, well, death. And poor old Gusty very nearly didn't make it. To make that much gas, you'd need to, probably 500 milliliters of each chemical, I'd say. You'd have to make a liter of liquid? That's not an accident. But it does remind me of those, those toilet cleaning, like, TikToks? Like, they're meant to be satisfying, where they pour all the cleaning liquids and powders and scrubbers into the toilet and then flush it all down. Yeah, they end up making, like, mustard gas. It's like, because they just put so many chemicals together that would just destroy anyone within, like, a 10-meter radius. It is so incredibly irresponsible. She certainly talks like a skilled pharmacist. Ubiquium's awfully thick and sticky, and it heats up very quickly indeed. It's also bright red and smells minty fresh, and cheap as chips. That's why they use it in everything. Asphyxion's more watery, and it's white in colour. That will do, thank you. Hey, Ash, welcome in. Thank God I joined right in time for the mustard gas convo. Somehow I could read that message perfectly in your voice, Ash. I was like, yeah, that sounds like something Ash would say. I've hit 72 miles per hour, 115 kilometers once. The downhill skiers hit 95 or 155 kilometers. And that was on a really good day where I was doing great and the conditions were perfect. My eyes were watering and maintaining control was hard. Yeah, the difference between, like, the Summer Olympics and Winter Olympics is so stark. You know? It's like, who can run the fastest? Who can swim the fastest? Who can jump the highest? Like, it's basic fucking things. Like, who can score the most points in this ball game? And then the Winter Olympics is just like, survive. Last one standing wins. It's like that. It's so weird. It's so much more, like, dangerous and exciting. But I gotta admit, I'm part of the problem. It's real fun to watch. It's real fun to watch. You are clearly well informed, Miss Scone. As well as should be, dearie. After all, Infesticide Ultra is made by the company I work for. Oh my goodness, woman. You are implicating yourself in a crime! Oh, but before you get the wrong idea, they don't go around handing out free samples. As I say, it's awfully, terribly dangerous. You can buy it even if you wanted to. Yes, Miss Scone. Very interesting indeed. I think that tells us all we need to know. Strange. I thought she suspected Miss Scone. But something in that smile makes me wonder if she has some other angle in mind. So she's going to accuse someone else of the murder? But maybe using Miss Scone to get the poison? Summer, let's run or bite, guys. Winter, go faster than most cars go down this mountain. If you fall, you might die. Yeah, essentially. Or skate as fast as you can. Don't fall wrong, you will slice everything open on the skates. Just real risk factors. Like, I feel like Summer Olympics don't really have those factors. Like, I feel like the pole vaulting might be the most dangerous. out of all of them. The diving would hurt. Especially, like, the further up you were. But, like, I can't think of, like, many others where there would be just incredibly grievous bodily injury because you are doing way too much and a human probably shouldn't be doing that good. What is it, Detective Flatfoot? Any developments to report? Maybe the weightlifting? Yeah. Oh, gymnastics could be a little dangerous if you, like, landed wrong. But yeah, weightlifting. Oh, I don't want to think about it. Weightlifting scares me, I think. It's just, it's too much. You should not be holding that much stuff. Yes, sir. Turns out the sculptor's glass display case is open from the top. Huh. That's rather unusual. And the temperature inside can be adjusted too, all the way down to 0 degrees. The Pisces case was kept at 26 degrees. Dang near got my hand stuck to it. Scone knowing how to make antidotes would make her a toxicologist and not a pharmacist. I see. What's a pharmacist then? I guess if a toxicologist can, like, make the stuff, I don't know the difference, I think. We're lucky you escaped alive. Anything more relevant to the case? Yeah, they found something on the underside of the top part of the Pisces case. Traces of ubiquium. Oh ho! Now we're talking. That's odd. If there was ubiquium stuck to it, it should have stayed stuck. After all, at 26 degrees, it would have been frozen solid. It would, huh? So how did things wind up as they are now? I think Kay might be able to help us figure out just that. Little thief! Or at least Mr. Thief might. Okay, you don't have to Mr. him. He's a robot. He's not even a robot. He's a mobile phone. You guys are that desperate to get on my good side, huh? Fine. I don't know what the heck you're talking about, but take it away. Can't believe I'm taking orders from this guy. But whatever. Anything for the truth. Before you get too carried away, the Goddess of Justice has no need of your help. We will find the truth ourselves. Well, screw you then. Ouch. Why so frosty, Judge G? Your baby prosecutor just gave us the big thumbs up. So what's the issue here? Ooh, wait. Don't tell me the committee has some dirty little secret it doesn't want us finding out. I'm not required to explain myself to you. But if you feel that you absolutely must participate in the investigation, perhaps you can prove to me that it will be of worth our while to keep you around. What exactly does she have in mind here? Who triggered the release of the poison gas? If you can answer this question, I will consent to your participation in the investigation. You heard the lady, Smiles. Somebody opened the Pisces case and let out that gas. Considering what we've learned so far, there's only one person who it could possibly be, no? Yes. The answer is indisputable. Is it? I don't know. Pharmacists study helpful medicinal drugs and work with patients. Toxicologists study and identify the harmful effects of drugs and how to combat them. I see. Maybe she's both? Considering Gusto was a patient, in a way. In that case, please kindly provide it now. Who released the poison gas? Could it have been? He collapsed outside the Autumn Wing, and he was the only one in the Autumn Wing. Right? So I'm thinking maybe he did it? The victim, Carmela Gusto, is the only person to have entered the Autumn Wing. Thus, only he could have opened the case. Correct. That appears to be the only logical answer. Very well. I will permit your participation in this investigation to continue. However, if at any point I feel you are contributing nothing of value, you will be removed immediately. Understood. Even if Mr. Gusto did open the case, we still have no idea why. And he's too unconscious for us to ask him. Maybe she has a toxicology degree, but just works as a pharmacist. Would you say toxicology is like a level above pharmacy in terms of study? After a quick Google, toxicology requires learning a lot of pharmacist stuff. Okay, so I'm guessing they're kind of just using those two jobs and what happens in those jobs kind of interchangeably. Requires a PhD? Damn. A pretty hard dick. I'm sorry, that's not even my joke. I've heard that before somewhere. It's still terrible. Or masters. Probably should have started with masters so I didn't make a fool of myself. Alright, Mr. Edgeworth, tell me what you want to see. Let's use the data we've collected to recreate the scene before the poison gas went off. On it. I love her little tech. It's so cute. Bruh, I'm sorry, Bob. Eee! Don't scare me like that. So this is what you were talking about. You're Mr. Thief. Let's begin by examining the Pisces sculpture. There's a generous amount of ubiquium frozen to the underside of the top part of the case. Yeah, which is what's keeping that lid on real tight. The actual glass lid is all cracked though, right? Feel like I might be thinking about this too much? I don't think so. I love hearing about like the technical details of things. The thing is, I asked. I didn't know the difference between a toxicologist and a pharmacist, and you gave me the answer. So, if anything, I started this. I'm the streamer. We're playing a game about pharmacists. It's definitely my fault. Well, fault isn't the correct thing. It's on me. I started it. Somebody really went to town on your little house there, huh, Pisces? And do we have any idea of how the glass lid might have come to be so cracked? Oh, well, it doesn't look like the outer-facing side of the glass suffered any damage. I see. So we have a cracked piece of glass that we know was ice cold on its inner-facing side, and we also know that it wasn't damaged in any direct way on its outer-facing surface. Thoughts? Ice cold. Makes me think of the way you glare at people, sir. Cracks. Makes me think about those deeply etched lines on your forehead. What the heck? Why are we insulting Edgeworth right now? What's that for? It was cracked by heat expansion. Applying heat to ice-cold glass from the outside will cause it to crack. Well, that's news to me. Huh. Well, I appreciate the science lesson, but why is it all heat cracked in the first place? Why indeed. A heat-cracked glass lid lined on its underside with frozen ubiquium. You look like the cat that got the cream, Malzarino. You know what happened, don't you? What if it's tempered glass? What's the difference? I am asking you another scientific question. Give me my answer, science side of Twitch chat. The science side of Twitch chat is like 99% of the time meh, but I will bring you into the fold. Edgeworth catching strays? Exactly. I certainly do. And what's more, I know how Mr. Gusto opened the case. Also, Miles Edgeworth has no lines on his forehead. Like, they're insulting him, but like he doesn't have wrinkles? And, like, you know they can do wrinkles, because Fender's got wrinkles. He's got, like, crow's feet. And he's got, like, a dimply thing going on here. But Miles is fine. Miles is just sleepy. That's what that's about. He's wearing makeup? Oh, maybe. Would Miles Edgeworth be the type of person to wear makeup? Discuss. My answer is yes, actually. Not much, but I think he'd do, like, a concealer here. You know, maybe a skin tint there. Maybe an eyeshadow if he's feeling bold. Tempered glass has all sorts of uses that can make it stronger or more resistant to elements. Well, I guess it's not tempered glass then, if it cracked from heat expansion. I'm happy to be added to the science people. Well, welcome to the club. Well, I say welcome to the club, but I'm probably not the person who has the authority to welcome you into the club, even though it's my science side of Twitch chat. I'm not science-y, but I'm sure Mayor will welcome you to the club when they come back from the lurk. What? But you didn't give me a chance to figure it out first. It would have been quite the wait. Well, don't keep it to yourself, Edgeworth. I want answers. How did Mr. Gusto open the case? Oh, the blowtorch! It was right there. The blowtorch showed signs of having been used recently when it was found here in the Autumn Wing. I think it's likely that it was used on the glass lid, causing it to crack. A blowtorch? Who uses a blowtorch to open a glass case? Oh, I get it. Mr. Gusto was trying to melt the frozen ubiquium so he could open the lid. Indeed. Ugh, you beat me to my answer by a second, but we'll see who wins in the end. Don't try and tell us you nearly had it. You didn't have a clue. Nuh-uh. It was Edgeworth making things hard to understand. I love when the children fight. I love when the children fight. I love when we send our children out to battle. Edgeworth and Gavel. And our star kids. Sending them out to murder. It's the Hunger Games. The way it cracked doesn't look like tempered glass. Tempered glass shatters into like a billion pieces, while normal makes big glass shards. Well, those shards are definitely big, I'd say. Kay, would you mind updating the recreation so that Mr. Winner can follow along too? Sure. Just for him. Alright, here goes. I like that the way that the sprites work, that every single character in the game is like ambidextrous, because like because they mirror the sprites. Like Larry will draw with his right hand if he's facing left, but he'll draw with his left hand when he's facing right. Mr. Gusto was alone in the Autumn Wing, and while he was in here, he used this blowtorch to melt the frozen ubiquium on the underside of the lid. Uh-huh. And? Do they ever address that in game? I don't think so. I think that's just how the sprites happen. Though I feel like Larry would somehow be ambidextrous. Like, for some reason, that feels like it works for his character. I'm imagining Child, Kay, and Eustace in the principal's office with their guardians, Edgeworth and Judge Lady Gavel. Oh, because they started fighting over whose parent would beat the other in court? Wait, I love that. That is a beautiful image. Oh! That's why Larry saw, like, quote-unquote blood dripping down the case. Down the statue. As the ubiquium melted, it mixed with the asphyxion that was already present inside the glass case, thereby producing our poisonous gas. When Mr. Gusto had finally managed to open the lid, he would have released the gas and poisoned himself. He made it as far as the fountain room where he collapsed. I see. And that's how the statue can bleed. The question is, I think there's two questions. Actually 3 questions. 1, why was the ubiquium there? 2, why was the asphyxium there? 3, why did Gusto open the case? I think those are our most important questions we need to figure out. So he opened the case and out came the gas, huh? Seems we got there in the end. Why the heck-a-doodle-doo did he want to open the case in the first place? I'm not sure. In fact, we don't even know what his ultimate goal was. I'm thinking he might have come here for the same reason I did. To check out not the autumn wing, but the winter wing. Ah. You remember, right? I thought this was where the winter wing was when we first got here. Caught you out too, did it, my little Eddie Lumpkin? I was ever so confused what with it being where Chillywinks' room was all those years ago. There's even the same little tree in the front of the blessed door. Who wouldn't be at all 6s and 7s, huh? Oh. Deletion, did you really have to make me 6-7 there? Was that really what you had to do? Edgeworth and Lady Gavelle start debating as to who would win. Who's the principal in this scenario? Is it Gumshoe? Hey, Wolf, welcome in. How is that lid staying together despite shattering? It didn't shatter, it cracked. But only one side of it cracked, I think is what they're saying. It would be Kay, but she would end up joining in too. Kay's the one fighting with Eustace. Kay and Eustace are fighting. Edgeworth and Gavelle are fighting. Who's... Oh, duh, the principal is Judge. That's so obvious now. Found out today I need a sound card to correctly use my speakers. Oh, how much do sound cards cost? I've never heard of them before. Wheezeffy, hi, Wolf. How you doing today? Did everyone involved with the IS-7 incident make the same mistake? I think we need to go and take another look at the Winter Wing. Time to see how quickly I can convince Mr. Winner, I suppose. 70 USD for the one I want. Oh, Vanovish, I'm sorry. That's so rough. I need the artwork now. I'm imagining it as like a really cute comic is what's coming to mind. Hope all is well with me. I'm getting really tired all of a sudden. But other than that, I'm okay. Excuse me? The answer to what exactly? The man was going to end it all. A dramatic exit stage left, sort of artsy-fancy farewell. You think he wanted to kill himself? Have you been listening at all this whole time? Heh. At my level, I barely need to listen to a word, and I still understand exactly half what's going on. That's not a good thing. Perhaps I can explain a few of the finer details to you later, Eustace. Winner's prerogative. Winners? Ah, sure. Thanks, Gavelle. I'd be making animations for an autistic-coded character I like. Oh, that sounds cute. What character is it? Oh. We got the triple whammy of channel point rewards from Moth. Ugh. Oh, I don't want to fix my posture. I'm like curled up in a ball on my chair. Thank you for the head pats. There's my hydrate though. All right. I'll sit up, I guess. You went to the gym, had a haircut, and then got some groceries. Oh, sorry for the yawn. That was a big day. I don't think I could do that much. The thing is, I don't think I could ever go to the gym and then do anything else during the day. Like, the gym would be my day. A character from Honkai Star Rail named Ruan Mei. Oh, Okay. I never played a Honkai. I think after just Genshin Impact started really going downhill, I think I've just been turned off of most Hoyo games. I've got one gacha game, that's good enough for me. Technically two if you include the fortune cookies in Animal Crossing Pocket Camp, but I don't really count them. Thank you indeed. I find it's always best to leave things like child wrangling to a professional. You have a child. I mean, not really, but like, Kay is right there. You have had to wrangle a child many times. In the meantime, don't you have something to tell Mr. Edgeworth and his friends? Oh yeah, I totally forgot. What is it now? Heh, I took the liberty of investigating our friendly pink pharmacist here. Or rather, I had one of my underlings do it for me. There's nothing to brag about, you know. Shut up. Can't you see I'm talking? I love how much these two hate each other. I also know myself, I'm not going to give my brain an opening to slack off. Yeah, I guess that's true. But, ugh. I love slacking off, man. That's why I had a bad weekend. Because slacking off is too good. And also, I went into a deep spiral of Wikipedia pages about serial killers. Whoops. Anyway, let's put a pin in my suicide theory for now. Yeah. I have something more important to tell you. It was Miss Delicious who set up the poison gas trap. Eee! How could you say that? I was greatly saddened to learn of this, Miss Scone. Your profession is one dedicated to saving lives, and yet you used your expertise to try and take one. I beg your pudding! How dare you! I did no such thing! Perhaps you could explain, Mr. Winner. Heh, you bet I can. Get a load of this. This is Miss Delicious's pharmacist's license. And it says right here that she's authorized to handle Infesticide Ultra. A product that we've established contains asphyxion, one of the ingredients of our poison gas. Exactly. It's almost impossible for ordinary people to get a hold of that stuff. But Miss Delicious is no ordinary person. She's a card-carrying pharmacist. Zeth's voice is going through all the extremes, truly. At least I have a character in this scene that does speak in my normal voice, and that's Edgeworth. I love learning about serial killers. I don't think love is the right word for me. I just got hyper-focused on it. I was like, oh, this looks interesting. This looks interesting. This looks interesting. And then I somehow spiraled myself back into looking at plane crashes again. So, there goes that. Whenever I go into a Wikipedia spiral, it always ends up back at the Lorentz force. I don't know what that is. I'm gonna be so real. I didn't do it! This is just a terrible misunderstanding! And that's not all. There was a bottle of Infesticide Ultra in the victim's pocket. And what do you know? It's covered in your fingerprints. Eek! We know that you and Ms. Bound took the victim to the medical room. What better moment to slip the bottle into his pocket, No! To be fair, every now and then, I participate in events where people have to murder each other to try and get away with it. That's fair. Plus, I love horror movies. That's how I started! I started my spiral by looking up an actress. And then I went to a horror movie she's in. No, that's what happened. That's what happened. Okay, and then I remember, at some point, I ended up on the Wikipedia page for Dexter. Like, the guy from the TV show and also the books. And apparently, he was inspired by the character's writing was inspired by a real-life serial killer. And that's how I got into the serial killer shit. And that's how I got into the plane crash shit. You're jogging my train of thought. Zeph having their own Eureka moment? Truly. I don't fully understand the Lorentz force. It has something to do with electromagnetism. Oh, then I would have no ability to understand it then. Science was my worst subject. There was only one person on the premises licensed to carry Infesticide Ultra, and that was you, Miss Scone. Furthermore, you are acquainted with Miss Bound, the owner of the gallery, meaning you would have access to the building and ample opportunity to prepare your trap. No, dear, listen, you don't understand. That Infesticide Ultra was stolen from me. Lying will only lengthen your sentence, Miss Scone. I'm not lying! Oh, it's in my bag somewhere, I'm sure of it. Wait, did I say incesticide? Oh, that's my bad. That was terrible. What is she looking at? That's not it. That's not it. That cloth looks familiar. Ah, here we go. I knew it was in here somewhere, look. If you're happy and you know it, say meow. Meow. I'm pretty happy. I'm alright right now. And what is this? Oh, so hello, Swiss Lisa, how you doing? New avatar? Yeah. It's been around for a couple of months now, but yeah, pretty new compared to my old one for sure. There's something written on it, I think. April 1, complaint filed. Offense theft. Stolen items, Infesticide Ultra 1 bottle. It's a crime report relating to a theft. A what? See, you silly billies! I told you somebody pinched it off me a week ago, no less! Pretty good, thanks, I'm glad to hear that. What have you been up to lately? Did I say incesticide was a hell of a sentence to hear and randomly tune into? You can put it in the quote bot if you like, and then we can read it once every few months or so when it comes up on accident. By which you mean to say that it was not in your possession at any point today? That's exactly what I mean to say. I think the bottle you found might be the one I lost. Imagine a skibbity toilet pop-up book. No, I still think that's actually a genius idea from me. I always have some in my medicine bag, just in case, you know? And I'm supposed to keep my bag locked up tight, but, well, I'd forget my head if it wasn't screwed on. And now, thanks to silly old me, someone's gone and mixed up a cloud of poison gas with the stuff. I see. But why on earth would you carry such a hazardous substance around with you? Like I said, just in case. You never know when one of them might appear. Needed to point it out to gauge whether you'd be good with it as a quote? I feel you. I like the American accent? Huh? But I am not using an American accent on any of my characters right now. I'm a little confused, sorry. What do you mean, just in case? I think she just hates bugs. So she's just there to, if there's bugs around, just to make sure she has a quote for terrible, terrible things. You mean the ghastly little creatures that run around in people's nice clean kitchens type of them? You have a strong one? I don't have an American accent. My accent is Australian, Lisa. I'm Australian. American is more like this. I'm not doing more of that. That was terrible. Psst, Cavell. What do I do now? Of course. I think perhaps it might be wise to confirm the authenticity of the crime report just to be safe. It can't hurt to verify Miss Scone's story after all. She may be lying to us. Good idea. All right, I'm gonna go give the precinct a call. Don't go anywhere. So Miss Scone might not be guilty after all. Indeed. If she really were the ones who set up the poison gas trap, isn't that the same? Nope. Sorry. I don't mean to... Education moment. Oh, that's the wrong browser. Education moment. For Lisa. Actually, I'll bookmark YouTube because I keep going there. Let's see. Aussiest interview ever.
Oh, well, it's really quite funny. I was in bed sleeping at 2 o'clock this morning. My wife comes in and says,
What has he got in his ear?
Someone ran into the shop, and I said, oh, what? So I jumped out of bed, and all I had was my undies on, and I've walked out the front, and I've seen,
Yeah, this is the best choice I could have made. What is this crime about? A car crash, okay.
I said, oh, what are you doing, mate? Like, you can't be leaving the scene. And he goes, don't be a hero, mate. And I said, I'm not trying to be a hero, but the police are coming.
Alright, that's the Australian accent, right? And then... American accent. Oh. None of these are good. 50 people show that US...
I never thought I had an accent, but everyone else told me I did, so I never really understood my accent. But we say soda pop, and that was weird, I guess.
Yeah, so the American accent has more of a drawl, you know, while the Australian accent, I don't know how to describe it, but I feel like the Australian, at least the way that I use the Australian accent, it's more clear. So yeah, America and Australia have very, very different accents. Well, I wouldn't say very different, but like they definitely have different. Considering they both come from the English accent. They're probably not that different compared to like the American and, I don't know, French. More of the Southern African accents have the drawl. Yeah, that is true. And there are several different accents within certain countries as well. Going to sleep, good night, Ivanovish. The weird way that I think about it, when I think about how I speak in my Australian accent versus when I put on an American accent, when I'm in my Australian accent, I feel like the letters are standing straight up and tall, you know, while if I'm putting on my American accent, I feel like I'm speaking in italics. Like, that's how I visualize the difference between our accents. I have a German accent. Okay, cool. I am not going to try and do a German accent because I don't know how. Not that I really know how to do an American accent, but my German accent would be even worse. So I'm not trying it. There are multiple accents, but the most popular one, from what I can tell, is from the southern states. I feel like the most stereotypical one is from the southern states. Then I highly doubt she would have used a method that directly implicates her. So who do you think did it, Smiles? Someone with knowledge of the victim's likely behavior, and the time and the means to prepare. Two factors which point to one very specific person. Oh yeah? And who might that be? Don't leave us hanging, big guy. Well, I think it's Judy, who had the means to steal the Infesticide Ultra and dress one room up to look like another. The person that runs the gallery? I can switch on a semi-American/British accent when I'm singing for the sake of pronunciation, but Aussie pronunciations get through it still. I like hearing Aussie pronunciations in songs. It's very, very rare, and I think that's why I enjoy it. Because it throws me off a little bit, but I like it. I have a normal American accent, except where I'm from, we just don't pronounce a bunch of the letter T. I think a lot of places in general are just losing the pronunciation of the letter T. Like, Even England, even some places in England lose it. You know, when they, like, the accent that says, like, instead of butter, they say butter. You know? They make it sound like two different words. Or like there's a hyphen in between them instead of a T. So there's like butter, and then there's butter. And then there's butter, which is the Australian accent, and then there's butter. Back when I did huge one-man covers of songs, I'd make one of the characters sound purposefully Aussie to differentiate them in the mix. That's so funny. I love that. All right, I think it is Judy. Surely only Ms. Bound, the proprietor of these premises, could possibly have prepared in such a way. We'll need some solid evidence to support such a theory nonetheless. So it was her, huh? Strange. It's like he already knew. Maybe Fender thought Judy was the killer in, like, the first murder? And he's like, well, it makes sense that she's now caught up in a second one. Whew. Nice shooting, Malzarino. I might have to make that associate position a permanent deal. That is not what I was hoping for. Not even a little? And I'm back with results. The police have confirmed that the theft really was reported and logged, which means we may have been a little hasty with some of our conclusions, team. You mean that every single one of your conclusions proved to be hogwash? No. I mean, we're only just getting started. Oh? Then what's our next move? Well, first we need to go and talk to Ms. Bound. And then? And then I'll think about what to do after that. Eustace. Mr. Gusto's real destination appears to have been the Winter Wing. Perhaps it would be worth having someone investigate that room more thoroughly. Oh yeah, we should totally do that. Flatfoot, go investigate the Winter Wing. Yes, sir. Gavel, we're going to talk to Ms. Bound. Very good, Eustace. We'll join you if you don't mind. Join who? Are we going to the Winter Wing or are we going to Ms. Bound? We're going to Ms. Bound. I got the answer to that one super quickly. Oh, I'm so sorry. That was a weird noise I just put in the microphone. It was... I just clicked my nail clipper. Why does she have a poisoned gas that can kill people to get rid of bugs in liquid form? She doesn't. She doesn't have a poison gas. She has an insect killer, which, when mixed with something else, can be a poison gas. She has an ingredient of the poison. Like, you're kind of right. Why does she have that? But also, she only has one of the ingredients of the poison gas. And that's the infesticide. The other thing that was needed was the ubiquium, which was the red liquid. And then the infesticide is the white liquid. And that's why the poison gas was pink. All right, you have your orders. Go talk to Bound for me. Ubiquium? Yes. Why? What's funny about that? It's giving unobtainium naming. Well, the other chemical that's in the chemical that's in the infesticide is called asphyxium. So they're all terrible. Ace Attorney brings their naming properties to the chemicals, not just the humans. Hey, Mr. Winner, weren't we going to talk with Ms. Bound ourselves? Sure, but I thought why not let the grunts handle the grunt work, you know? Means I can just sit back and wait for their report. A winning strategy. You spoiled little... Ugh, he's so exhausting. I need a break. Huh? There's something in the fountain. No, is someone dead? Is that Frost? Oh, he's not in the profiles here. That's Frost! Why is he... First of all, why... First and foremost, he died 18 years ago. Why is his corpse... Why does his corpse still look good? Maybe this is a mannequin or something. He's face down. We don't know if that's a human yet. How does one miss a body in a fountain? Probably because it just got there. And they weren't looking at it till now, I guess. Maybe it was like uber chilled. Wouldn't it have been taken away to a morgue though? Because he was murdered. And they found the body. Would it not have been taken away by police? So I'm like, how did someone get the body, wait 18 years, and then put the body in the fountain? There's so much going on here. What on earth? Well, now I'm thinking it might not be Judy. Something's crashed over there, one of the teapots on the left. It doesn't look like a... The only reason why it looks like a tea stain is because of the shards of the teapot. Order? Order in the court. Somebody call forensics. Bad news, sir. Real bad news. Order. I will have order, detective. The ice sculpture's in the winter wing. Are they gone again? No. Nah. Deja vu! Oh, it's all happening again! They've all fucking melted. What? Did... Huh? Say? Oh, Winnie, you screwed it up. It is getting weird. This is so... What? What is the meaning of this? Now we have 2 victims? Yeesh. Talk about deja vu. It's just like 18 years ago, even the ice has melted again. Again? This is like some weird rerun. Same people, same everything. I said it before and I'll say it again. This is no coinkydink. You're with me, right, Marzarino? I am. And I think the answers lie in the IS-7 incident itself. In fact, I'm convinced of it. Great minds think alike. Alrighty then. Time for another trip down memory lane. Are we going back in time again? To be continued. Oh. Save your progress, yes. That was so quick. So we're going back to playing Gregory Edgeworth again. I wish I knew how long certain parts of the game took, because like we've kind of got an hour left of stream that we can fill with something, but like I don't want to... I like stopping on every to be continued. But this was just a really short part of the game. I don't know what to do. I don't know if this part's really short or not. And I don't know how to, like, see if it's short. Oh, I spelled that so wrong. Could do some word games. We only got to do Contexto, so we could do a word game. Let me check something. It's decently long? Okay. Would we want to play a word game then? Wasn't for all the distractions that it would have been over in like 15 minutes. I know! I know! I was worried that all the chatting we were doing about things was gonna make this part run really long, but it turns out it's run too short instead, which is unlucky. All right, I'll wait until the ad's over and then we can decide. We can make some decisions. It shouldn't be long. It's telling me only 40 seconds. I don't know what happened to my ad breaks. Cause like, I have them for 3 minutes. I have 3-minute ad breaks every hour, but for some reason they just don't do that anymore. It's really odd. It is very strange. Alright, I will exit out of this though. I can't. Oh, no, let me leave! Alright. I would like to keep going with this, but if it's a long segment, I understand. Yeah, I think I'm gonna stop here. Because if this is a long segment, I don't want to go over time. Because I don't want to use up, like, too much energy. If that makes sense. I'm not reading all of this. Comes up green for me? You're green. You're green for me, Cass. I don't know what Atare did. Alright, now we can go back. Now we can leave. Goodbye. Leave. So now we've got a second body that looks like Frost. That looks like the guy that died 18 years ago. And the statues have melted again. What is so important about the statues? Why does everyone love the statues? It's so strange. Alright, chat. Would we want to do... Okay, the ad's over now. Cool. Would we want to do, like... I'd say do we want to do, like, a run of words on stream or something, but I think Mare's lurking. I think our best player is lurking, but I mean, we got a few other good players. G Charizard is good at this, I'm pretty sure. So, would we want to do words on stream? Do we want to do more contexto? I'll make a poll. I'll make a poll. Games, words on stream, contexto, Squirtle, Pokédoll. I can't think of any others, so that's all the ones you get. That's all the choices you get. Nothing more. That was such a good... Oh, I thought we were kind of gonna solve it today, like the way it was going. I was like, oh, we might solve it this session. We might solve it next session. But no. We know solve for... I don't think we're gonna solve it next session either. It's probably gonna be the session after that we finish. Damn, you guys like contexto. Now Cass is green, like a dark green. The way that Cass's name works is that Cass has not chosen one specific color for their name to be. So whenever someone refreshes, their name will be different. So on my phone, Cass is kind of like a greeny blue. But as you can see on stream chat, Cass is like a gray purple. But then on my OBS, on the chat widget on my OBS, Cass is orange. Kind of like the random color choice. I wish I liked the random color choice. I like my identity. I will be purple forever. I am the purple person. Someone's gonna make a Five Nights at Freddy's joke out of that. All right. Let's do a couple. Let's do some more contextos there. Like being green because it's the best color. Ooh, best is a strong word. I set my color to be my favorite color. So did I. What the fuck? Sorry, I'm getting a phone call from a number I do not recognize. Anyway. Where are we? PC game. Open up that browser. All right. Let's pick a number, chat. Oh, they didn't leave a message. Let's pick a number, chat, between 1,247 and 0. I don't know why I landed on the shade of orange, but it just sort of vibes. If nothing else, it's similar to my hair. It's a little more muted than like G Charizard's orange. Okay, so we've got 69, because of course we do, and we've got 846. Let's do 69 first. 69, 69, 69. It would be really funny if we've already done that. All right. Give it to us, chat. Let me do a quick title change. Word games to wrap up stream. Tuesday, of course. Tuesday is not bad. Yarn and food. All right. Tuesday, yarn and food. Well, we have to do metal. Obviously. Exactly. Can't forget metal. Hey, Vol, how you doing? Welcome in. It's a lot higher than I expected. Yeah, I choose maybe just day in general. Day is up there. Sausage and time. Ooh, time is really high. Apparently that number was the last thing I could think of because my brain has stopped generating things. Rip. Go sleep. So how about we do night? How about we do maybe like second, minute, hour, day, week, month, year, fortnight. I spelled Fortnite like the game! That is so embarrassing. Just flatlined. Oh no. Window. I'm too Fortnite pilled. I haven't even played the game in a year, and yet I've already done. I swear I did clock. Clock's down here. 4,582. We got clock. What about Glock? Even though. Century. Oop. Decade. Millennia. Okay. We're going really far down. Alarm. Something to do with time. Time, week, second day, month. Holiday. Season. I've not played Fortnite since they used AI they used AI images? I stopped playing Fortnite after the Darth Vader AI. I didn't know they used AI imagery. Yeah, I stopped playing after the Darth Vader Gen AI shit. And then I really stopped wanting to play after the Harry Potter collab skins. Yeah, and it turns out I don't think they use AI images, or at least it's unconfirmed. Well, either way, I don't think it's something I'm gonna go back to in a while, for a while. It was fun, but hey, listen. Right now, Overwatch more fun. Ooh, riddle? Riddle is higher than word. Letter? Word. Sentence? Grammar. Alright, I'm going further away. Added hairy pooper skins? They did. They did, and it was a bummer to hear about. It was the most failed collab ever. I sure hope it was. Quiz? Quiz? How about something like school, like quiz, riddle, school? Okay, it's not school. Language? Word, quiz, exam. Quiz, exam. Question? Question. Answer. Answer. There we go. Right. I'm not gonna take any more numbers because we have a few already. Okay, we have 846 next. The answer was answer, the most passwordy password. You're right. You're so right. Okay, 846 for Atare. There we go. Let's go back to January 11th. Last year, I think. Because we have not had 400 days between January 11th this year and now. Tuesday. Cheese and snow. Rough start, gamers. Metal, because we have to have metal. Arcane. Arcane is our lowest yet. Oh no, I'm so sorry. That's a rough one. A shoe? Not a shoe. How has Tuesday been our best initial guess? Like, for the second time in a row. I'll just be over here. No! Come back! Keep helping. I love your help. Metal. I've never heard of that in my life. Bomb. I have heard of that. I do know what a bomb is. We're flopping today. How about let's just do person, place, thing. A person is the highest. Library. Person. Woman, man, girl, boy. Tree. Sure, trees are people. Building. Person. Maybe like a friend. Friend? Family. Okay, friend. Love. Doctor. Friend. Friendship? Partner. Oh. I swear I can type chat. Oh, partner was good. Dog? Dog's all the way down there. Partner. Partnership. Companion. Partner. Lover. Girlfriend. Boyfriend. Why is boyfriend so much higher than girlfriend? Why is husband so much higher than wife? I'm guessing this is a more masculine, potentially, word. Sidekick is good. It's not good, but I liked it. I liked it. Business. Business. Business partner. Partner friend. Partnership. Business friendship. Communication. Misogyny. Cass, I love you so much. Colleague? Colleague. Work. Worker. Colleague. Worker. President. Manager. Boss. Colleague. Colleague's our highest. I need to know if misogyny was below arcane. Oh, it was. It was doubly worse than arcane. You're good. You're no longer at the bottom. Thank God. Acquaintance. Collaborator. Collaborator's pretty good. How about like a project? Project. Like a team! Like a team! Okay, team's bad. Damn. Boss, I think I did that. That's down here. Supervisor. Colleague, partner, friend, manager, collaborator. Some weird. I feel like we've got all the ones we can get. A clerk, a consumer, a customer. No. Sell, trader. Just trade in general. Nope. Aid. Consultant. Consultant? Consultant. How about just consult in general? Okay, that's lower. Co-worker? It's like we're there, but we're not. Assistant? Assistant is good. Assistant is close. Colleague, partner, consultant, assistant, friend. Secretary. Advisor. Ooh! Ooh! We're close! Oh, we're so close. Oh, advisor. Advisor. I don't know. Helper. Advisor. What? A mentor? Let's go, Vol. Look at how even we were in that. We had pretty much even reds, greens, and yellows. That's so good. Okay. Cass requested 420. Because of course they did. What we got now? We want to do weed, of course. Weed doesn't count. Tuesday does count. We can do marijuana, though, I think. I think marijuana counts as a word in this game. It does. I'm better than misogyny. That's all that matters. Hell yeah. Hell yeah, you are. You're so much better than misogyny. Cheese and grass. Metal. We always forget. Cheese, grass, marijuana, Tuesday. You want the person place thing? Okay. I love doing person place thing. Except for today. It all sucks. Okay. I have a few others that I do when person place thing don't work. I do weather, I do time, I do emotion. Those suck too. Okay, cool. Like concept, thought, shape, color. I do those as well. Animal. I try to do as many like basic. I try to do topics over like specifics. Water, nature maybe? Okay, water. Water's real up there. Water is real up there. Ocean, sea, lake, pond, pirate, boat. What? What? Why is ship 13 but boat is 2? Maybe yacht. It was yacht. It was yacht. That was good. That was quick. That was quick. It looks like we flopped, but when you see that we got it in 31 guesses, you think that was really good though. It looks terrible from here, but then you look up and you're like, it's fine. All right, we'll do one more after this, and I remember Sanic wanted the number 91. So we'll do 91 last, and we'll start with metal. And see how that goes. Oh, Tuesday, obviously. Obviously. Ooh, Tuesday's not bad. Tuesday's not bad this time around. chocolate. Oh, now I want chocolate. Easter is coming! Easter is coming, and there's already Easter chocolate in all the stores, and I'm already eating it. I eat, like, the candy glazed chocolate eggs. Like, they've got, like, a chocolate shell. Like, they've got, like, a candy shell, and then it's chocolate inside, and it's so good. And it's so good. Okay, I'm gonna say it's... Okay, it might be a food. I was gonna say, maybe it's not a food, but it might be. Also, hot cross buns. Oh, hot cross buns are so good. Hot cross buns are so good. I like chocolate hot cross buns, and I like cinnamon hot cross buns. Those are my two favorites. Brunch? Not brunch. Let's do a vegetable, a fruit, meat, nut. Okay, so it's not like... I don't think... it's probably not going to be an ingredient in food. Well, meal is low. I was hoping meal would be higher. Burger. I'm getting deja vu with some of these guesses. Oh my... How is burger? How is burger our worst one yet? Restaurant? Coming in 4th place? Let's just do dinner. Oh. Breakfast. Dessert. Lunch. Lunch. Sandwich. Salad. Maybe like a school lunch. Oh, jeez. I promise that wasn't... I promise I'm not cheating. I promise I'm not cheating, I swear. Fuck. Sorry. I low-key... I didn't mean to speedrun that, but I thought lunch. I thought, what places do you have lunch? Lunchtime at school. What was it? It was student. It was an insane jump. It was. It was. But I don't know. My affiliation with lunch, cause like the last time I had like consistent lunch times was at school. So I associate the idea of lunch with the idea of going to school. We are getting faster. We are getting faster. All right. I said that was my last one though. So we can stop that for now. But I'm glad we did those. We didn't have a lot of time for word games because I kept yapping about geography. So I'm glad we got to fit some in. All right. That was fun. And it's also a good way to like cool down from the intensity of the murders. All right. Who do we wade today? Let's see. We have got... Okay. We've got a few people doing a few different things. I gotta go anyway. Good night, Cass. Thank you so much for coming. It is always lovely to have you here. Oh, I know who to raid today. Oh, wait, no, that's tempting. Oh, no, that's real tempting. Because I haven't raided either of these people before. Shit. Chat, would you rather watch a Zelda game or Slime Rancher 2? That being said, I think the Slime Rancher 2 player is further ahead of me in our Slime Rancher playthrough. If anyone's playing Peak, there's a badge for watching them for 15 minutes. I don't think... No one in my following is playing Peak at the moment. I could look for a Peak streamer, though. Eepiness is mounting. Oof. See if we find a cool person playing Peak. Let's look at some of these. I haven't rated a new person in, like, years. Well, not years, probably, like, months. I'll probably end up at Lazy. That's fair. I would Lazy was definitely going to be one of the options of who I'd raid out to, but I thought, but there are two people that are playing games that I have not... I've never rated them before. Okay. Atari said Zelda. Hello and good night. Thank you, Chabin Hoss. I apologize if I said your name wrong. I didn't mean to. Alright. Today, we're gonna raid Aura and Alloy. And more specifically, we are going to be raiding Aura from Aura and Alloy. I think they're the one playing at the moment. They've raided us a couple of times, so let's send the love back, because I don't think we've done it before. They are playing Legend of Zelda Echoes of Wisdom, which I've never even heard of this Zelda game, I'm not gonna lie. I'm very uneducated in my Zelda stuff. As always, this was a great stream, and I'm looking forward to the next one I can catch. I got some comics to read, so I won't be sticking around. No worries. I hope you also have a good night and a good week. Sanic? But thank you everyone so much for coming. Thank you for all the chatting. Thank you for all the love. Thank you for all the participation in our fun word games. Make sure to help us send on the love to Aura and Alloy, some mutuals of ours, more specifically Aura. This is the raid message for those who are followers of the stream, and then this is the raid message for those who are subscribers of the stream. So purple hearts for followers, red hearts for subs. We will be continuing this game next week. However, this Thursday, the torture continues. This Thursday, I will be playing more Sonic Adventure 2. On mouse and keyboard. I will be starting Dark Story. And I will rage. So if you guys enjoy that, come on in on Thursday. It'll be a fun time. What else is there? If you want to join the Discord to hang out with me and my community, if you have any art you want to post or any funny things. Oh, I didn't watch the clip from Show and Tell. Dino Spots had a clip in Show and Tell and I forgot to do it. Oh, that's all right. I'll try and remember it the next time. I'm sorry, Dino Spots. If you're watching the VOD, I'm sorry. You can also follow me on my various socials. I am most active on Blue Sky, but yeah. I'll see you all next time. I hope you have a good day or night. Bye-bye.